Hi, welcome to Live Life to the Fullest. Thanks so much for joining me in this inspiration video. I'm Nathaniel, and this week I want to talk to you about You Belong Here. Have you ever felt that you don't belong to a group you were talking with? Maybe you felt like an outsider because of a certain difference, or maybe you felt like you have a specific fear that you're dealing with in your life. When I was 4, I had a very high blood pressure. I had to take up to 7 different medications in order to regulate it. Unfortunately, the medication didn't help at all. Instead of things getting better, things went worse. Because of the side effect of the medication, my hearing dropped down to a capacity under 30%. And since then, I have to wear hearing aid on both ears. And even though I wear hearing aid, I can't hear everything. And this is one of the biggest struggles I have to fight, day in and day out. Not only is this a physical struggle, but it can be a mental struggle too. Even with my hearing aid, it can be difficult to understand people correctly. Talking and listening become very stressful at times. And sometimes it's very difficult to me to partake on a group conversation. In this world, we all have different struggles in different areas of our life that we have to deal with every day, day in and day out. Maybe for you it's fear, insecurity, depression, or maybe you have to deal with a traumatic event that happened in your life. Maybe for you it's fear, anxiety, depression, or maybe a traumatic event that happened in your life that holds you back to live a life of freedom. But there's good news. God has promised us that we are not alone in this. God is a God who wants you that you belong to Him, no matter what struggle you're going through in your life. The message says in Ephesians 2 verse 19. That's plain enough, isn't it? You are no longer wandering exiles. This kingdom of faith is now your home country. You are no longer strangers or outsiders. You belong here, with as much right to the name Christian as anyone. God is building a home. He is using us all. It took me a few years to believe that I'm not an outsider when I live in God. But today, no matter what people think, how they look at me, or even when they abandon me, I know that my security is in God and I belong to Him. I know that I belong where I am as much right as anybody else. I want to encourage you, no matter what you are carrying in your life right now, you belong where you are as much right as anybody else has. I want to encourage you today, no matter what you are carrying right now, you have the same right as anybody else to belong to a specific group. Because you are valued by God and He cherishes you all the way where you are going. Have a good week and see you next time.